We recently sat down with our friend, ABC News chief meteorologist and author of the new book, A Little Closer to Home, How I Found the Calm After the Storm.
Yeah, Ginger Zee talked to us about mental health, the power of healing through talking and sharing. So take a look as she shed some light on the steps she took to start her own journey of overcoming trauma.
Taking ownership of your narrative, of your story, is the first time that I was able to take some control over that story and realize that it had to be a part of it, that I could accept it and accept myself. And so it led me down this path of finding true core of self-love. And I think transparency, well, first and foremost, it's honesty with yourself. And I think I've said this, but not everybody needs to write down all of their deepest secrets and share them with the world. But I do think that writing down our traumas and then working through and processing them, especially if we did not do that when the trauma happened, is incredibly healing.
I guess you talk about going from being a yes person, a crowd pleaser, if you will, a people pleaser, to a different Ginger. Why was that important? How are those two Gingers different? Because you seem like such a nice lady still, Ginger.
I am such a nice lady. I'm executive level people pleaser, don't worry. Even when I knock down a couple of notches, I'm super nice still. But what happened was that level of people pleasing was beyond not pleasing. I was realizing that I wasn't just not pleasing myself, I was not pleasing others. And thought I was. In doing everything for everyone and allowing everybody to do anything they want to me, I was not going to be the best mother, partner, career woman that I could be. And so it's all about boundaries. This is not, breaking news. But when you sit back and you teach people ways of stopping absorbing other people's emotions, using the tools that I've used in therapy to set up these really beautiful boundaries, but the boundaries that also have doors when they need to be open so that you don't get closed off to the world, that's when I've seen incredible healing and maintenance. And that's what this book is about. It's about that you don't just get better and your mental health is healed. It's a lifelong journey and getting ready for the reality of that.
Yeah, and Ginger, you and I have talked about this, and you told me that probably one of the greatest accomplishments professionally that you've been able to achieve is that by writing this book, by putting yourself out there, and the one before it as well, you've heard from people who say, you saved my life. There are so many lessons in this book for everyone, as you point out, but especially for people who are suffering as you have from several different diseases that you go into to talk about that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Where do you start? Where does the healing begin?
I went into meteorology so that I could save lives. Like, I loved my atmospheric science because it was a puzzle that I could put together and then warn people that tornadoes were coming. I realized that my talent is in communicating that science. What I realized too is that as I was going through my own personal tornadoes and hurricanes of mental health, once I started feeling that healing, I was able to communicate how the healing can happen because that's a talent of mine and it's a science, right? Psychology is a science. And so the healing really started in realizing that I had a story that was worth deserving to be told and that I was worth it. Right there, the healing began.
And our appreciation always to Ginger Zee for sharing her story, that important conversation, and the book A Little Closer to Home, How I Found the Calm After the Storm, is available everywhere that books are sold. Well, I want to remind our viewers as well, if you're a loved one struggling, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255, or you can text TALK to 741-741 for free confidential emotional support 24 hours a day. People need to know you are not alone.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.